It's Tuesday, February 27th, and you are watching SportsBit. Betting Insight today from SBRpicks.com. Let's get right into it. First thing in the morning here in Las Vegas, what do? We got to go through what happened last night, and that includes a couple of brutal beats at the top of the show. I mean, laying doubles in the NBA can be tough. That's very, very clear. Celtics minus 11.5 last night. They dominated that game. Absolutely controlled it start to finish. They're up 26 at halftime. They're up 28 late in the third. They're up 16 late in the fourth. 40 seconds to go. Both benches are emptied. And this is what happens. Yeah, you see the graphic right there. Jarrell Martin hits the 25-footer. Rozier misses the 17-footer. Bryce Johnson hits the dunk against no competition. All of a sudden, Boston wins by only 11. A game they thoroughly controlled start to finish. That's a tough beat if you have the Celtics, and that's one of the pitfalls playing double digits when it comes to NBA wagers. Not the only bad beat last night. What about Pacers Mavs, the under? Oh my God, total in that game's 211. The game's sitting at $1.33 going in the fourth quarter. $1.33, you got under 211, you're feeling really, really good. There's 45 seconds left. Under 211, it's sitting on 195. No problems, no harm, no foul. 17 points, the final 45 seconds of that game. The Pacers fouled down 4 with 2 seconds left. Harrison Barnes at the free throw line. Yeah, he hit them both. Ouch. That's a gut punch right there. Pacers, Mavs under 211, lands 212. That's tough. Here's one that was bad, a bad beat and bad for the books. Air Force got bet plus 8.5 down to plus 6 against Fresno. Fresno controls the game. Air Force is down 11. There's 25 seconds left. There's not even enough time for Air Force to cover. But Air Force hits a bucket. They get the steal. They hit a three-pointer. And then they didn't foul again, down 6 over the last 15 seconds. Just a dribble out by Fresno. That's tough. So all the money goes towards Air Force. All that money cashes. Bad result for the books. And a tough beat. If anyone took Fresno back at the close, they were right side. They did not get the money. Bad bets. I mean, there's certainly one of the two bad bets in the same game. The Rockets and the Jazz last night. Utah took the money, plus 2.5 to plus 1. Nope, that wasn't right. The over got the money in that game. Total bet from 211 up to 212. You weren't betting the over if you watched SportsBet yesterday. We told you what was going to happen in this ballgame, how Houston's pace has slowed, how good Utah's defense was. Well, Jazz and over take the money. Rockets and under get the money. Rockets second night of back-to-backs at high altitude without Clint Capella, without Ryan Anderson, without Eric Gordon. Didn't matter. They still got the sweep. Holding on to the number 1 seed in the West with that win over the Jazz. Bad for books last night. Whew. Suns Pelicans over. We're not seeing any defense out of Phoenix right now, and that's putting it mildly. That total got bet up from 231.5 to 236.5. That's fun to see NBA with games totaled at 236.5. That being said, when it lands 241 after a 5-point move to the over, the books did not enjoy that result by any stretch of the imagination. Anthony Davis, he was rather good last night. What do you have? 53 points, 18 rebounds, 5 blocks, 3 assists. Look at the tweet from Adam Rissinger from ESPN. Pelicans have now won 6 straight. Very quietly, 6 straight wins for New Orleans, during which time Anthony Davis is averaging 41.5 points, 15 rebounds, and 3.2 blocks per game. Davis has topped the 40-point mark in 4 of the 6 wins, moving the Pelicans to 5th in the West. Just 1.5 games out of the number 3 seed in the West right now. New Orleans playing some good ball. Their high-scoring game last night was not good for the books. We had a legit middle last night in college hoops. That's never good for the house. Kansas bet from -9 to -12 against Texas. If you watched SportsBet yesterday, you already knew. Mohamed Bamba, very, very questionable. It was announced as out. The markets went nuts. Jayhawks took a ton of money. And kind of a repeat for Arizona-Oregon, a game we talked about yesterday. For a lot of shops, the game fell on a bad number. It landed 10. Probably better than landing 11 for the books, but landed right in the middle. That's never good for sportsbooks, both here in Las Vegas and offshore. More bad for the books. Hey, this is another one that we talked about on the show yesterday. Duke and their propensity for unders. What happened? Whew, a lot of steam on that under. Bet all the way down to 154. I saw an opener in one place of 161. The broader market was at 157 at the open. Bottom line is, took a ton of under money, and you see why. Look at the graphic right here. Duke totals last 5 games. They've all gone under. 4 of the 5 have gone under by 22 plus. But Duke's offense, well, it wasn't pretty down the stretch last night. No field goals in the final 7 minutes of that ball game. The last 5 possessions, all you need is a bucket. What they have? 3 turnovers. They missed the front end of a 1-and-1. They missed a 3-point shot. You see the picture right there. Grayson Allen, not one of his better nights. Duke goes down to defeat. The under cashes in with ease. One last bet for the books real quick. West Virginia. They got steamed against Texas Tech. -5.5 up to -8. Why? The Red Raiders were sitting everybody. No Keenan Evans, no Justin Gray, no Zach Smith. And pretty much West Virginia rolled in that contest, though I'll give Texas Tech credit. They could have laid down. They hung tough. But the bottom line is Mountaineers took the money. Mountaineers got the money. That's never good for the house. Big game breakdown coming up next. Plus deep dive with Dave Mason from Bet Online. 1, 2, yeah, we got 3 games coming up. 2 in the NBA, 1 in the college ranks. Don't touch that dial. Right here on Sportsbook. Betting Insight today from SBRpicks.com. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.